you too deeply, like the ocean loves the moon, pulling tides out of my chest just to reach you in my room. I gave you all my softness, every secret I could hold, while you gave me half a heartbeat and a hand that turned to cold. I believed your little someday, I believed your I'm not ready. I held your broken pieces like my love could keep you steady. But the more I tried to save you, the more I lost my name, and I started calling suffering a different kind of flame. I should've known by how you loved me, careful, quiet, and complete, that my heart was not a place you planned to ever fully keep. I loved you too deeply, and it ruined me inside. I drowned in all the feelings that I never got to hide. I loved you too deeply, while you stayed on the shore, watching me fall apart and still asking me for more. And I hate how I stayed faithful to a love that wasn't true. I loved you too deeply, and it wasn't enough for you. I loved you too deeply, I forgave what I should fear. I smiled through all the warnings just to keep you near. I turned my pain to poetry, I turned my tears to grace. I kept making excuses for the emptiness you placed. You were warm when it was easy, you were distant when it mattered. You kissed me like a habit while my soul was being shattered. And I kept calling it love when it felt like being used, 'cause losing you felt deadly, so I stayed confused. You didn't have to scream to break me, you just had to fade and leave me holding on to words you never really meant to say. I loved you too deeply, and it ruined me inside. I drowned in all the feelings that I never got to hide. I loved you too deeply, while you stayed on the shore, watching me fall apart and still asking me for more. And I hate how I stayed faithful to a love that wasn't true. I loved you too deeply, and it wasn't enough for you. Do you know what it's like to beg the same sky for rain, to pray for someone's love while they practice leaving again? I held your name like medicine, but it only made me sick, 'cause you were never trying to heal me, you were just craving something quick. And I gave you my forever in the smallest little ways, and drive safe and text me in my waiting in my days. But you only loved the version of me I didn't ask for proof, so I became a quiet heartbreak living under your roof. I loved you too deeply, and I'm scared to love it all. Like my heart is made of glass, and you taught it how to fall. Loved you too deeply, and I paid with every breath, 'cause you took the best of me and left me with the rest. And someday you might miss me when you finally see the truth. I loved you too deeply, and I still survived you. I loved you too deeply, and you loved me just enough to leave.